What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a great day. If you're not, go watch a motivational speech. Go do something. Get your mind right. Feed your mind with some knowledge, information. I don't know. Do whatever it takes. That's what I do, honestly. If I'm ever having a bad day, I just go watch a motivational speech and just figure it out, you know? Some days are gonna be good, some days are gonna be bad. It's your choice really at the end of the day to make it a good day or a bad day. So here's my 2021 Jeep Trackhawk. I bought this thing about 3 months ago. And as far as performance modification go, this thing is pretty much stock. The only thing that it has is a Borla catback exhaust and a JLT intake. Everything else is stock. But not for long. I went out and got some car parts for the Trackhawk. These are only a few of them. I still got more on the way. And well, today's the day where we drop the Hawk off at the shop so everything can get done. Wow. I literally just did that in front of a cop. He's literally right there. I don't know if you guys seen him. I was just trying to do like one last pull while this thing is stock. And there was like a cop right there turning left. We're here at the shop, the Performance Lab. Make sure you guys go and follow them and check this Jeep out. Wow, this thing is crazy. It looks like it's ready for war. I am glad we did not get pulled over. And as you can see, I ran out the entire tank of gas because this thing will no longer be on 93 after we install all these parts, which I will unbox in a second for you guys. The Trackhawk will be tuned on E85. Now let's go over these parts real quick. So we got the spark plugs right here. We got the thermostat. This is the 160. Most people go with the 180, but I decided to go with the 160-degree one. Just runs it a little cooler, so that's that. Then we got the belt right here. I'm still waiting on the green belt. That'll be here probably tomorrow. Got the E85 tester just so you could test your fuel. And then we got the injectors right here. So these are from FIC, 1200 cc, so they're perfect to run E85. And then we got the upper pulley. Big shout out to GripTech for always supplying me with pulleys. I only run their pulleys. They got the best pulley in the game, and I wouldn't run any other pulley that isn't from GripTech, and I literally stand by that. I've been running them for years, and they were, you know, on my GT500, on my Corvette, and now on my Trackhawk, and all my Hellcats had it, of course. So this is a 275 upper, and I love GripTech because right in here where the grooves are for where the belt sits, there's these little fins. That's why it's called GripTech, because it grips onto the belt, which reduces belt slippage. So that's like their technology they got going on, so big shout out to them. I'm gonna leave their link in the description below. Be sure to check them out. Now let's open up the biggest package here. So this one is a special one from VMP Performance. Big shout out to them and Justin, the owner, for sending me this package. So the first thing you will see are these booster pumps for my dual pumps. So the Trackhawk comes with dual pumps, so you don't have to get a fuel system. All you gotta get are these booster pumps, and VMP makes them. Let's try to get them opened up. So here they are. So this is one, and then there is another one, and these are basically gonna be boosting my dual pumps. So big shout out to VMP for sending me that. I'll leave links to everything in the description below. But what's really special is this right here. I've been waiting for this for a very long time. Let's throw this away. All right, let's make room for this. So this is my new throttle body from VMP, of course. So here's just little things you might need to install it. And then, oh my God, look at this thing. Woof. So this is a 108 millimeter throttle body from VMP Performance. Would you look at that? Wow. Everybody that has sent me stuff, I'm gonna leave the links in the description below. And look what showed up here. A single cab Rubicon. This is a 1 of 1. It's a SEMA belt. Look at this. I want to check the interior out. Look at that. Wow, that's cool. And the color? Is this a factory color?
I think it's a red.
No, it's actually paint. Because it's like painted everywhere. Is this a factory color or paint?
No, it's paint.
Wow. That's sick.
So it started as a 4xe, which is the hybrid electric Jeep, which is probably the only thing I didn't want to build. Right? I would rather have done a 392 or something. But so what we did is It was a 4-door, so I cut the 4-door in half. I actually originally cut it right about here, but eventually I transitioned to here. So the B pillar is still there. And then I used crash panels from a Gladiator, and the Gladiator's the truck version of a Jeep. I used the crash panels to mold this cab closeout without the 4 doors of a Gladiator. And then the top, front half was the original 4xe, the back half was the Gladiator, and this was actually 11 different pieces, so I had to cut it up like a jigsaw puzzle and put it back together to make it fit these proportions. And then the bed, the Gladiator bed's really, really short. So the Gladiator bed stops about, you know, somewhere right around here. Actually, I think it's right here. And because it's so short, it didn't look proportional. When I set it on the vehicle, it looked wrong. So basically, I just stretched it. You know, all this is handmade sheet metal to add 11 inches of bed. And it makes it more proportional.
Yeah, it definitely looks a lot better.
And then under the back, so the frame is still 100% factory 4xe. I didn't cut or chop the frame anywhere, but I did add an extension on the back to pick up the back of the bed. And when I did that extension, because there was wasted space, I ended up housing a winch underneath the back. So this vehicle was a partnership between Quadratech, who owns it, and a company called Tread Lightly. And Tread Lightly is a company that keeps trails open across the country. They go out and they clean them. And they wanted a vehicle purpose-built that would go off-road and be able to pick up all the garbage on the trail. So that's what this has done all summer. In fact, the map here that Jeep Graphic Design Studio did, all these blue spots are states that have been cleaned. So they've, Tread Lightly and Quadratech teamed up to do 50 states, and everyone that's blue has already been cleaned up. There's still a few remaining states, but we debuted this at SEMA last year, and when it was debuted, we said that it was going to come back to SEMA this year, so I'm bringing it back in less than a week. And on the way, we're actually going to get off on a trail and do a trail cleanup. So when we show up at SEMA, this will be all covered in dirt and mud and filled with garbage from the trail.
Now we're getting the Trackhawk in here. So we're leaving this here, and Ed is gonna get the blower out of the Trackhawk because I'm taking the blower to Joker's Performance first thing tomorrow. They also removed the PCM for me so I can get this thing unlocked. And unlike the GT500s, you have to unlock the PCM on the Mopars before you tune them. And here's my Uber 1,000 horsepower TRX. Now we're gonna take my PCM and go drop it off somewhere to get unlocked. They said it's gonna take about a day to unlock it, and then we should be all good to go. So this is my friend Ronnie's TRX. Has upper, lower, injectors, E85, all the good stuff, and this thing flies. This thing is spinning all 4 tires. Alright, y'all, it is the next morning, and we got the Trackhawk supercharger out of the Trackhawk and in the trunk of the Blazer because we got to take this thing all the way to Illinois to Joker's Performance. And well, once we get there, I'm going to talk about everything they're going to be doing to this blower. And for those who keep up with the channel, you guys know that I've made this trip to Illinois plenty of time with my Charger Red Eye, Challenger Red Eye twice, then we did it with the TRX, and then we did it with the GT500, and now I'm doing it with the Trackhawk. Every supercharger I've ever owned has went straight to Joker's Performance. So you guys know the drill. We got a 5-hour drive ahead of us, and well, you can't go on a road trip without a few snacks. So let's see what we got. So we got water here, that's obviously very much needed. And then we got Red Bull because I'm running on 2 hours of sleep. And then we got what else? Oh, these. You guys got to try these on, okay? You guys got to try these. These are the Hot Cheeto Puffs. The best chips on the market right now. Hot Cheetos. You guys got to sponsor me because these are like, wow. I need like a free lifetime of these, you know, whatever. I don't even know what I'm saying right now because I'm so tired. Well, boys, we finally made it to the Joker's Performance facility. It was such a long drive, but I'm gonna drop off my blower. And while the blower is getting done, we're gonna make a stop at this little hotel, motel, I don't even know what this thing is. And mind you, this was the only half-decent place to stay at within 50 miles. Like, everything else was like 60 miles plus. This one was actually only 15 miles away. So while Brett is trying to get my blower done, either it's gonna get done tonight or tomorrow morning, and then I'll be able to get out of here here, this thing does not look very safe. I don't know. It looks odd. I don't like staying in places like this, but this was the closest half decent place. So here it is. This thing it feels super creepy. We got a room already, and here it is. Let me get my card. Here's the room. Let's get the lights on. Got the bathroom right here. It's not so bad. It looks a lot worse from outside. And I also parked the car super close right here so I could keep an eye on it. Not like they're gonna steal it or anything, but you know, just to keep an eye on it. So yeah, so I'm gonna stay here. Let's see if the bed is comfortable. It's okay. I'd give it like a 7. But yeah, we're gonna chill here until Brett calls me and tells me the blower is ready. All right, boys, it's the next day. It's 9 a.m. and it's time to say bye to our hotel room and head out and pick up the blower. Although the front desk guy, when I checked in, said they have breakfast in the morning. So I might check that out before we leave. Even these hallways are super creepy. Like, I don't know, guys. This was a very questionable hotel or motel, whatever this is to stay at. But at least they have a vending machine with snacks. And, well, you guys know I love snacks. And by breakfast, he meant this, apples, this stuff, and yeah, that's about the only breakfast, which I'm not complaining. I might have me a bagel and then head out. I'm actually just gonna take me an apple. We made it back to Joker's Performance, and now we're gonna go in there and show you guys the final product. So here's my blower all finished up.
Hey guys, it's Brett at Joker's. So what we did with Ronnie, again for the 4th or 5th or 18th time, I can't count. I don't know how many times to count, but good customer, been loyal to us for a very long time. I think 2019 was the first time when we worked on his Dodge Red Eye.
Yep, the green one.
The Challenger. So anyways, he's got some new parts that he brought in for the first time. This is a brand new VMP 108 throttle body, soon to be offered by VMP. We went back.
It's actually offered. They just came out with it.
Oh, they just came out with it.
I think I'm one of the first people with it. The link will be in the description for it. It's a 108 by VMP. Big shout out to VMP for sending this out to me.
We also went with our tried and true Grip Tech pulley.
Best in the game.
We've been doing that on several builds with Ronnie. We went through, we ported the snout. We have our new billet bearing plate. We put our bearings in there for upgraded, and we put the silencer bushings in. So basically we built everything from the front half of the blower up, did a full clean of his blowers, intercoolers, new oil. This thing's ready to rock and roll. We're hoping for, I don't know, if he's on E85, let's look for 80 to 100 horsepower on his Trackhawk, 900 to 1,000 wheel, all wheel horsepower, and I think he's working with ZH Tunes out of Texas.
Yep, I haven't even released the information. He's the first to release the information, and he's a really, really good tuner. He has one of the fastest Dodges in the world. He has a Charger at full weight, running 7.6 at 183, which is just insane to do it at full weight without turbos. He's doing it with a Whipple. But now you want to break down everything that is in there. So we have exact same things that he already put in there and just out of it, just so we could talk about it.
All right, so the biggest part of a race package or a supercharger port for a Hellcat is the bearing plate, because the cross-sectional area in the back is very minuscule. We increase the surface area at the rotors by up to 30%. This increases the horsepower. It allows the rotors to move more air, grab more air, which creates more boost, which creates horsepower. So then you can also see we have reduced the cross-sectional area by removing material here. We reduced the amount of fins, supports, and we went down to a 3 support system, which gives us the strongest support of a bearing is a triangular contact point. So we have contact here, here, and here, and then here, here, and here. That gives us uniform support through the bearing plate, allowing us to put more air into your Hellcat supercharger.
And by the way, this is stock. This is how it comes stock from the factory, and this is what he offers in his race package, just so you guys know the difference. As you could see, you could tell that more air can go through this than this. There's a lot more restrictions here than here.
The other thing that we do is this snout comes in weighing in about 9 pounds. When we're done with it, it weighs 6.9 ounces. So we remove about 2.6 pounds of aluminum from this, from this snout. So that gives you more volume to feed the rotors, and we open this up to a 108, which if you want to zoom in here real quick,
Yep,
you can see how it's all gasket matched and ready to rock and roll.
Yep, so it would be a lot better to run the 108 with a porta snout. They kind of go hand in hand. Another thing is these. You want to talk about these?
Yes, that's cool. So we manufacture these. These are our silencer bushings. What these do is when you hear your blower making rattling noise, we have this custom made and we insert these. We've sold over 2,000 of these so far, and that gets rid of your rattling noise inside your supercharger. And we chose this material because it's more sound absorbent than some other products on the internet. The other thing we do is, you know, some people think this is skeptical, but we always believe that, you know, you want the fastest air coming across the surface of your bearing plate. We insert that into that location so that way you got a nice profile that feeds that right rotor. So
Got it.
and then these are just the bearings we use when we put everything together. They've been good for us. We've been using them for 2.5 years and we've had very good luck with them.
So big shout out to him. Make sure you guys go support his business because he supports me in the biggest way you guys can think. He opens a lot of doors for me and that's worth a lot. So I'm glad I could call him a friend. I'll leave his link in the description below. If you have a blower car, you can't go anywhere else but Joker's Performance. All right, we got it in the back of the car, and now I'm gonna make this trip back to Michigan again. Brett, big shout out to you.
bud.
Thank you for everything, and until next time. I don't know what else I'm gonna be buying that has a blower, but any recommendations?
Lotus.
Brett also has a Ford Raptor. Unfortunately, this one has a V6, not a V8. Got me some Subway, some skinny popcorn, and some water. And now we got a 5-hour drive back to Michigan. So I'll pick up the camera once we get back to the shop so we could drop off the blower. And here's the belt. It's the green belt, which is the heavy duty belt. And that's because we're changing the upper pulley along with the lower pulley, so you gotta get a different size belt. We made it back to Vet Lab with the blower all in one piece. Now we're gonna leave the Trackhawk here to get all done. It should be done in a few days. And then we gotta get it all tuned up, and that's what I'm gonna be handling. I'm gonna be working with the tuner, and we're gonna go back and forth and get it all dialed up on the street. And today's actually a very, very special day. It is my boy Mikey's birthday. He passed away 5 years ago, and today is his birthday. So we're gonna leave that here for him. I actually gotta clean all that, so yeah. Big happy birthday to Michael. You guys know that he was a very important part of this channel, and when he passed away, I made a big video. He had a Hellcat. We went and did burnouts for him, and it was just a very sad moment in time. And you know, he was a great person, and I know a lot of people pass away and friends and family members always say he didn't deserve it. They were great. You know, that's just kind of something everyone says, but Mike actually didn't deserve it. He minded his own business. That's all his life was. Work, friends, family, and that's it. Never did anything wrong, never got in trouble. He was just like the best soul ever, and it was just sad to, you know, see him go, but everybody has their time. So big happy birthday to Mike. Make sure you guys go tell him happy birthday in the comments below. Now we're gonna clean this all up, just you know, keep it clean for him. This is actually a really nice stone. So he had a Hellcat, so they put the Hellcat here. He liked basketball, so they engraved the basketball right here along with the Jordans. And he also liked video games, so yeah. He was, I mean, this is literally was his life. The Hellcat, games, and sports. That's all Mikey's life was, man. Rest in peace to him. He was a great friend and even a better human being. Get this garage opened up, close that. All right, we're back home, and before I let you guys go, wow, this garage is loud. All right, so before I let you guys go, I want to tell you guys that my Corvette is still up for sale. I had plenty of people interested in this thing. The only problem is a lot of them couldn't get approved for the car. So please only reach out if you have the credit to be able to purchase this car. So the car is listed for $85,000. There's over $50,000 invested in this. There's a very long modification list. I'll probably put it up on the screen here. Also, the listing is in the description if you want to check it out. This is an amazing car. I do not want to get rid of it, but the reason I'm getting rid of it is because a lot of you guys don't care to watch videos about this car. And while I owned it for over a year, and the longer I keep it, the more money I'm going to spend on it. it, so there's no point if I'm not getting any return from the videos. So I'm gonna get rid of it, switch it up, get something different for the channel, and that is the only reason I'm getting rid of this car. This is an amazing build and a super amazing car. Before you buy it, you could come do 10 pulls in a row and you'll see that it's just a great car, and it's super practical, believe it or not, if you don't care about how loud the thing is. I literally drive this thing to the gym, I drive it around town. It's not strictly a race car, so you're getting more than a race car if you don't mind the Pro Charger sound, because it is a bit loud. So with that being said, I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. The Trackhawk should be done very soon. I'm gonna keep you guys updated with that.